Good morning and welcome to day 6 on this ensuite bathroom. So, if you're catching up on the series, go watch the other videos because literally every day is on there. But as you can see, this is where we're at. So the stud wall is now up. Base for the bath is built. Plumbing, so the hot and cold feeders run everywhere. The waste is now ready to rock and roll. That sink is just precariously placed. Not precariously, it's on there quite nice. It's not going anywhere, but give the client an idea where it's going to be, what kind of height it's going to be. Stud wall built out ready for the shower to have the hot and cold feed put in. You can see that the waste is already ready to rock and roll there. So my fiendish plan today, as you can see, a big chunk of wood, we all like a bit of wood, is to start building my unit. I've been looking forward to this. I mean, I look forward to every bit, but getting this kind of built is going to be good fun. So basically, normal standard size stud, was it 70mm by whatever it is, 338 or whatever, is going to basically come off of here, which is going to create a little bit going in this direction, boom, which then hide all this plumbing here, which is going to be lovely. It'll be studded off at the back as well to hide off all the waste there, and also the same that side. So we're going to build like 3 walls, yay thick, one on the ceiling as well, so it's kind of got that ridge down, so it's going to be a nice big chunky built unit. And then yeah, get the MDF cut and get it all sort of panelled in and stuff like that. So that being my plan for the day. I've got a cup of tea. Ta-da! Start my day, which is always the best way to start a day, especially on a Monday. Don't know when you're watching this, but today's Monday, so you know, whole week to go. So get in, get that cracked, and then I'm gonna try and see if I can get some plasterboard in here, possibly. Might start doing some MDF in here. Got the base, I've got the ply on the van to like put that down. So we'll just see kind of how the day goes, where it takes me basically. I'm in the flow of it today, so yes, let's rock and roll. Let's get on with this. Right, so I'm just kind of getting bits and pieces lined up. So here you go, first one up, you can see now it's going to be the width of the actual cupboard, which is beautiful. This is now beautifully level. What I've decided to do is that the 18mm MDF is going to sit flush on top of this, which will give me like an 18mm overlap here, which will come onto this wall. And you see this crack here? Now this crack is because we are joined from stud onto the actual physical brick wall, which isn't a problem, not even in the slightest. But what I'm going to do is, because it's a bit rough, this wall's a bit manky, I think the easiest way to make this nice and to ever prevent you seeing this crack from opening up again, because ultimately it would expand to contract, it's always going to sort of go. I could, of course, chase this out a little bit, both left and right hand side, put in a bit of scrim tape and do that. No bother at all, that'll definitely hold it. But what I'm going to do is, this is going to be tiled anyway, because it's going to be a splashback, so about 300 by 600 these tiles, so 300 tall. That pretty much leaves me, jabby bugger, 1.2 metres to the top. So what I'm going to do is, just going to buy a very thin sheet of MDF, like 9mm or something like that, glue that to this wall, which will then run into this bit of MDF, which is now protruding further forward from here, so it'll butter beautifully. So this whole section will be just completely beautiful and smooth with MDF, and then just paint it. Jobs are good, you'll never see that crack. Won't matter a twat. Other thing I've been doing is, see this? So trying to build like this bit of section here for the floor. It's going to be easier to just get this floor fit. That gives me my base. I can build up the back panel off of this return one, and that one is going to be easy to do it. Just try to piss a fight around down there. So what I wanted to do was make sure that the waste, so the point where it actually tees in to go out the 40mm. If I come this angle, you can see it's slightly better. Obviously this direction is the bath. That direction is the shower going there. I wanted to pin this bit in to make sure it's pinned in the right direction downwards, to make sure that once my floor's in, because once this is down, I ain't getting access to it again, so it makes sense to do this. Pinned it nicely in place because it's trying to pull up a little bit because you've got pipework underneath it, so I've just forced it in a downwards position, which gives me a lovely run for my shower now and a massive run for the bath, which is absolutely spot on. But I didn't want that just sort of floating and having a high point in the middle, so again, it's always worth checking the levels and bits and pieces. What I've also done is, there's 2 L's in there for the 22 as it kind of comes off from the pump to then go off to the pillar taps here. Double check those to make sure they're good, because once this floor's in, you can gain access to it again. So double check all your bits and pieces before you cover it up. That's definitely a top tip, that is. And that is it. So what I'm going to do is, excuse M1, is get that floor basically put down, zip it in place, and then start building the unit upwards. Oh yes, it's all happening here. Hello and welcome back. Well, it's not really welcome back because as far as you're concerned, this is still the same day, but it isn't. This is in fact Tuesday now. yeah, I did a few, well, you saw up to where I've just got to, and there's a really short video, so what's the point in posting that? Nothing really fantastically happened. But so here we are on Tuesday. I'll just roll this into the same day. And that is the frame now in. Very basic frame. The most complicated part about this thing is making sure that it's pretty much exactly level in every possible direction, because when I put my plaster, my MDF ply in, MDF ply, it's still first thing, this is literally just first thing in the morning, so yes, my 18mm MDF. Once that goes in, you want it all to be squared off and looking lovely. So you can see that width for there, as you've seen in previous videos, held in to the wall, lovely jubbly. So what I've got is the other thing you have to do is make sure you've got carriers, so stuff where it can actually fit to. So obviously when this bit of board goes onto here, it'll fit flush in there. So I've got secure fittings there, I can fit to there. The roof has got its own carrier there, so I could do that. The back is the same, so I've got a carrier which will sit on that way and that way. You see what I mean? Because otherwise you end up with places where you can't actually fix to, which is silly. We don't like that. Same there, blah, 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 up there as well. So yeah, we are good to go. So what I've now done is I've moved my wooden horse, which mine are actually metal, because they're awesome, downstairs out there, because you know these are big bits of ply. Trying to get upstairs full board and then try and cut in a slightly tighter space will make my life a bit harder. I'm not about that. I'm about simplifying my life. So I've got the boards out there ready to rock and roll. So basically I'll take some measurements and then I will go cut those and then bring them up. I'm going to start, I reckon, with the side panels first. So this one, that one, then the roof, then the back. And then once I've kind of done that, I can work on like getting the shelf in. So basically at the bottom, there's going to be a unit like a cupboard. So a couple of doors that you can open up, put some stuff in, shelf in there, beautiful. The other thing is, I checked the client and we are going to go ahead and put a little shelf just in here, and I get to light it. Yeah. And it's just those little touches. You know, while I'm running wiring for these lights up here, I just bring one into the stud work, bring it across there, and then just one little light in there, just shining, just elevates it. Really easy to do, you know, not complicated, not rocket science, but when you're in here, the whole thing will be on a dimmer switch as well, so you can dim the down lights down. Ambience, bottle of wine, beautiful. I've sold it to myself already, if I'm being honest, except for the wine, beer or ale, but apart from that, I'd have some. Right, on that side, get some cutting. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I've done a few cuts, which is great, but I just wanted to show you this as well because I think this is all genius. Now, I don't know if you've watched the first video or second video, wherever it was, built this stud wall. We kind of figured out that this wall is a little bit pissed. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Get my fingers in there. This is like, I'm just chatting with my client as well. Hello. That's right, 2 seconds. But we had a laugh at this one as well because at least there's consistency. So there you go. Exactly the same that side. A massive gap. Quality build. I don't know why I just put a level on it, like external wall as well, but hey ho, it's just between that distance and there, which I think is about 1.8 meters. That's a hell of a lean, a good lean. But anyway, I digress. So here we go. There's the top one, so I'm gonna get that one in first. I forget what I just said. That one's gonna go next. That'll go at the top. That's the left-hand panel. I'm just gonna go outside and cut the right-hand panel, and then yeah, I'll measure up the back panel, and that's it. So all the work is in like getting all this built. Again, make sure it's all perfectly level, because otherwise you're going to cock yourself up later. Once that's level, getting these cut to measurement, piece of cake. So yeah, and it's not raining at the second, it's threatening it, but not yet. So as long as I can get these cut before it piddles down, I'm a happy boy. I'll see you in a sec. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking nice. There you go. Topping, that side is now in as well. I've now got, see behind me, left one, ready to go in. Now, what I'm gonna have to do though, before I do this, because it's quite useful, obviously I've got me isolators for the water here, so it'd be kind of useful if I was to either A, cut out said space, or at least cut a little hole so I know where they are, depending then upon the access panel I'm gonna get. Because once it's actually in situ, I've got a little cut hole there, I can see what's going on and I can just like cut it out with a jigsaw, no bother at all. But yeah, it's worthwhile just kind of marking it, doing whatever you need to do to make sure that, you know, you can remember where the bloody things are, as opposed to putting out, walking away, and then when you come to connect, you go, oh, why haven't even, oh crap, I forgot about those. So yeah, again, pre-thinking, pre-planning makes life a lot bloody easier. So that one is, like I say, that one will go into here, and then once that's done, it's basically lunchtime. I say lunchtime, 10 o'clock. I'll stop at 10 and 1, because you know, that's the law for trades. So yeah, get ready, happy days. Right, I'm back in a minute, and by the time you get back, I'll have had my lunch, I'll be well happy. Alrighty, so where are we at to now? Now look, you can see, beautiful. So now, all padded out, Absolutely gorgeous. Nice tight seams across it, which is very nice, but there's a few little gaps which are tiny, bit of deck cork, but here you can now see access panel. Ooh. Yeah, I know, I cut it out because I had a quick Google, figured out the one I'm going to buy, so it's like, well, while I'm here and it's floating, I might just cut it out to the right size, so that is done and dusted. Easy access, turn everything on and off on a whim. Love it. Now, you also notice, ta-da! Oh yes, oh yes. Look at this, beautiful. So the plan is now we are going to lift said bath up, get it in, drop it down so me and the client can actually see the bath in place and figure out exactly where we're going to stick it, because we might stick it a bit further that way, might stick it up against the wall, might stick it up against this stud wall, but we want it in, we want to get a feel for it, because the other thing we need to take into account is that to get past here, once this is built across here and there's going to be units, you want access to actually open said units and actually have enough space to kind of get in and get to it. Because if the bath is too far this way, it's going to make that space getting through tighter and stuff like that. So we're going to get the bath up. And no, I'm not going to lift it on my own. Her son's going to give me a hand because it's quite a weighty bath. And I mean, obviously I could do it on my own. No bother at all. But yeah, oh God, twins me back this morning, so yeah, I'll get a hand. So that is the next job. Whew. Oh, that was an interesting day. We've got the bath in, lifted in. I'm not going to show you. That's going to be for those who continue to watch. Always even wait for more. Wanting more, whatever it is, you need it. So, blah, blah, blah. You can see that, done that. And now you can see this trim is now fitted all the way through, all the way across. How gorgeous does that look? I mean, I'm impressed myself, I'm being honest. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Lovely little cupboard, little cupboard. It's bloody massive. It can trap human beings, like full-size humans. I reckon you can get like 3 in here. The client even judged maybe putting Ensuite in the cupboard. Double it up, why not? So, you can see it's going to be like that. When I get the final one of these, this is what's going to finish on this edge. I'll also run a nice little 45 degree on the plane, just to finish this edge off nicely, which is going to be beautiful. This bit of boxing we now get adapted just to fill in this part, which will bring it in line with all this stuff, which is lovely. And that is kind of it for the day. Very, very happy. That's a good push. And the bath's here, taps here, my flooring turned up as well, so that took a minute to like detail all that stuff, get it up here. The flooring is LVT by Quickstep. Amazing stuff, fit tons of the stuff. Can't recommend it enough. But that needs to be at room temperature for at least 48 hours before you fit it, so that's in the other bedroom, so it's not in my way, tripping up. I'm not here tomorrow. Wednesdays is my day off, doing other bits and pieces, being in it, and looking after my little one and giving my wife a bit of a rest, so it was a good day, I look forward to it. So I'll be back on Thursday. My plan for Thursday, I don't know, gonna wing it, see what goes on. I suspect possibly beginning to block this doorway, because that needs doing. Now I know where the bath is gonna be, maybe get the holes cut for the waste ready, get the pipe work extended, because it's probably gonna go over that corner, final decision to be made. And in happy days, because once the doorway is blocked, and there's no doorway going in that room, because obviously it's en suite, that means then the shower tray can start to be put in, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, get that switch out the wall, pulled up ready, so it's out of the way, so I can block that off, get the shower fast fix kitting for the Aqualaser, and start pushing forward even more. But the fundamental shape is really here now. The unit is also gonna have like a couple of shelves made out of this wood, which is lovely. And there's going to be a cupboard at the bottom. So the cupboard at the bottom will be decided. Once we've kind of got these on site, the client can decide exactly how deep she would like it to come. Once that is set, I will then build cupboards at the bottom to suit and match the depth that the shelves come out. Nice. You notice across these videos, there's a lot of communication. Communication is king when it comes to working with clients, because you want to make sure it's right for them and you want them to have input and actually communicate, because it makes the world a difference. So that's it, I'm done. Just quickly let me. So I'm actually off to Windsor now to go and price up a guard room, because I know a few of you would like to see me do another one of those, and I'd love to do one. So fingers crossed this one converts, and then I can be starting to do some videos on guard rooms again. Apart from that, have a nice one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you on Thursday.